Good morning, my dear students. In my previous class, just I was explaining all those grammar portion, and today let us move to this textbook, means course book. First and second chapter I have completed, means first chapter The Gentleman of the Jungle, and second it's a poem, The Schoolboy. Today fourth one. Afterwards let us see this third chapter. Then today fourth chapter I am going to explain, written by Vaikam Muhammad Bashir. Oru Manushan. See, Oru Manushan, a human being. Oru Manushan, a human being, written by Vaikam Muhammad Bashir, famous writer. He has written short stories, poems, novels, and he has come from Kerala, a well-known writer, Muhammad Bashir. But here, Oru Manushan, so title itself, we feel something strange. Oru Manushan, nothing but a human being. Maybe if we are in a native place, all support will be there for each and everything. Maybe we may have friends, relatives, and our own people. Suppose if we are far away, a place thousands miles far away from our native place, there we will become alone, and it will be so difficult to lead our life. So those experience writer want to share to this readers. So whatever the experience you get in that place, far away place, that you want to keep in front of readers. So let us see here. Vaikam Muhammad Bashir was Indian writer who wrote in Malayalam language. He used to write in Malayalam language. He was a writer, humanist, freedom fighter, novelist, and short story writer. He is down to earth, so simple, down to earth style of writing. Everybody can understand his writings, means themes. ಆ ಸಾರಾಂಶವನ್ನು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದರು. ಮೇಡ್ ಹಿಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೌನ್ ಟು ಅರ್ತ್. ವಿತಿನ್ ಎ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ he will become famous writer. His stories have been translated into English and various other Indian languages. See, not only English language translated in so many Indian languages. So that popularity he had, means because of simple theme in his writing made him to become popular. Let us see here. See, whatever we are going to face in our life, that he want to present in front of us. So that let us see here. Oru Manushan began with a description of a place and people through first person narration. So, as here in the first person, he will be go on explaining about the place where he was staying, how they were, what they were doing for the purpose of survive. So, everything he will explain. Then you want to give a message from that. The narrator stayed in a big city in the valley of a mountain some 1500 miles from home. Native. Remember, 1500 miles. 1 mark questions they will ask. So, how far is from this home means native place 1500 miles far away from his place. He is basically Kerala. From there, thousands miles means some foreign country. He went to livelihood, to lead his life. So, he went a far away place. It was a big city, mountain valley, everything. It was okay. Inhabitants, people in that place, they were very cruel. See, cruel. Least bothered about humanity. That type of people. Not worried about anything. And these were the common murder, robbery, pickpocketing, were daily occurrences. All these are the things used to be happened in that city. Maybe robbery, pickpocketing and even murder. For what? By what? Here the people here. By tradition the people were professional soldiers. Some of them went to distant places and lent out money on interest. So, that is what here. So, this stomach, empty stomach will take us faraway places to survive. So, people they came, people they stayed in that city, and cruelty is common, and no any helping nature, that type of people. So, that is what. So, he want to tell his own experience, what has happened to him. Many others served as watchmen. See, in that city, many of these people, they served as a watchman in the banks, maybe mills, maybe the large factories, establishments in that big cities. So, all the people, it may be factory, mills, banks, as a watchman, they used to do the jobs. Many people were migrants. People they stayed in that city. Money was highly valued by them, and they would do anything for it. So, it is money is so danger. See, for that purpose they were ready to do anything. So, that was the condition in that city. The narrator stayed in that city teaching English to some migrant laborers. And another one thing, why he went there to survive, to lead his life. And one thing, basic means his job is to teach migrant laborers, ಕೂಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರು, ಗೂಳೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕೂಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರಿಗೆ ಆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸುವುದು ಇವರ ಒಂದು ವೃತ್ತಿ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಪಟ್ಟಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವರ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಏನಂತಂದರೆ, ಆ ವಲಸಿಗರು ಏನಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಮೈಗ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಲೇಬರರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳುವುದು, ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಕಲಿಸುವುದು. ಜಾಬ್, ಹಿಸ್ ಜಾಬ್ ದೇರ್, that was far away, and nobody knows this. What a writer and he was just leading life. Some of them went to distant places and lend out money on interest. So, like that here, that is the thing here happened. The purpose in that city is what? To earn money, but people were so cruel. He taught them, see, for migrant laborers, he taught them how to write address in English. His routine would begin at 4 p.m. as usual. See, his life means daily activities, what we say, from morning to evening, but his activity used to start from 4 p.m. 4 o'clock. Why? Let us see here. He would finish his daily chorus and step out for his tea and a meal at 4 o'clock. He would teach the migrant laborers from 9:30 till 11 in the night. That is for the purpose. Here, all these laborers used to go for what? Work, daytime, and used to start teaching from 9:30 till what? 11 at 12 o'clock. So, what happens here? So, that was the time. So, he used to get up late morning and all the activities at home, chorus, ದಿನನಿತ್ಯದ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ. ಆ ಲೇಖಕರು ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಅನುಭವವನ್ನು ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಏನು ಪ್ರತಿನಿತ್ಯ ಆ ಕೂಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕರಿಗೆ ಆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಸುಮಾರು ರಾತ್ರಿ 12 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು, 11-12 ಗಂಟೆ. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ತಡವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳೋದರಿಂದ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಇಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತಾಯ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಈ ಫೆಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ಸೇವ್ ಮನಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಮೇ ಬಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಟಿಫಿನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ afternoon, what we say lunch, meals, used to go outside. But main purpose here, what he used to do in that city means teach the migrant laborers from 9:30 till 11 in the night. So, that was the thing, and he will get ready to come outside. So, this was the what here. That city was crowded and all the people they used to what? It was common, maybe robbery, maybe what pickpocketing and all those were the even murder. These are the things that were common. And this letter, this writer, our writer, he went far away place for his life, and his job is teaching migrant laborers. So, that is what here it was just smoothly going every day. And one evening, while he came outside for this meals, and what happened, let us see. One day the narrator got up at 4 p.m. as usual, finished his daily chorus and walked out for his tea and a meal. Every day how he used to come, like that he has come outside. He was in a suit, a coat, what we say, he was in a suit. He had 14 rupees. Remember, 1 mark questions. 14 rupees in his wallet, in his purse, pocket. He entered a crowded restaurant and ate a full meal consisting of chapatis and meat curry. 14 rupees was there in his purse. It was crowded restaurant. He came and just he had a full meal and with curry. He drank tea as well. The bill came to 11 annas. How much he had in his purse 14 rupees. In that 11 annas. Annas, it means paisa, what we say. Annondu 11 annas. 11 paisa, let us. So, annondu vandani, eradani, moorani on those days were there. So, 11 annas, that bill he has to pay. When he checked his pocket to pay, the wallet was not there. He has come with what? Suit. He is about to pay, but that money was not there. He was stunned by that. His pocket was picked. Somebody, we know that already, we have read. Pickpocketers, people, robbery, murder, they were good in that. So, somebody just they have picked his purse and his pocket was picked. He tried to explain it to the owner of the restaurant with full of this thing. In a convincing manner, he tried to convince that restaurant owner of the restaurant, no sir, somebody has taken like that. He tried his level best to convince that this owner of that restaurant, but he did not believe in it. He threatened to gong his eyes, just to give a punch on his eyes. He then asked the narrator to take off his coat, shirts, shoes and then the trousers as well. So, everybody just looking as if it is something circus is going on. Nobody is getting mercy to help this writer. Everybody, they were just laughing and this owner will tell, if you not pay, I will punch on your face and come on, remove your coat, shirt, pant, trousers. And what to do, writer? Nobody is. But in our native place, somebody we can call them and they will come and they will pay. Faraway place, nobody was there to help him, even nobody's friend, just seeing face. Nobody. Yaru idilla. What to do? So, here he will tell that writers to remove. It was really embarrassing. Untara sankocha, nachike, ಎಲ್ಲರ ಮುಂದ ಒಂದು ಅವಮಾನ, that insult is happening to him, what to do? So, he just removed shirt, pant and nobody was ready to come to help him. So, people, we know that how they were. So, that was experience. He want to just put in front of us. Embarrassing, the narrator said he had nothing. Everyone started laughing when narrator said, no sir, I swear, I promise, I don't have any money, just it was there, somebody they have picked. So, everybody started laughing. Once again he felt, what a people, this is it is not a world, human beings, these are the people, they are doing like this. He felt. Then he started unbuttoning, just to remove everything. Exactly then he heard a voice, stop, I shall pay the money. There stood a fair, complexed man, 6 foot tall, with a red turban and white trousers. He sported a handlebar moustache him and asked him for his name. So, here what happened here? Fair, complexed, 6 foot tall man. Stop, like that he will say. And he will come forward and with white trousers. And he had blue eyes. He came forward. He paid the amount. So, unknown. A person who is not known to this writer, Muhammad Bashir, he came forward telling, stop, I am ready to pay the amount. So, what happened here? The narrator thanked him and asked him for his name. And he will become so happy as God himself has sent you to pay my amount. Really, I was so, within a short of time, that insult used to be what happened to me, but you have saved. Like that he started telling all that things. Then he will say, he will take him to some other distant place. The narrator thanked him and asked him for his name. He replied that he had no money. Then at a deserted bridge, the strange took out 5 wallets from his various pockets. That tall man, he will take all 5 purses and he will ask writer, come on, see this. In this, which one is yours? You take it. Don't ask my name. Even don't tell that you have met me. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕೇಳಬೇಡ್ರಿ, ಈ ಥರ ಭೇಟಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತಲೂ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅಪರಿಚಿತ ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೇಖಕರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಲೇಖಕರು ಭಾಳ ದಿಗ್ಭ್ರಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಪರ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೇಖಕರದು ಆ 5 ಪರ್ಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ದಟ್ ಲೇಖಕರ ಪರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ ದಟ್ 5 ಪರ್ಸಸ್ this narrator's purse was there, and he will tell that not to tell even that you have met me. So, like that, strange man will to tell writer. One of them belonged to the narrator. The money was intact. That money was there. So, he felt happy. So, I think you have understood. A man who has come forward to help him, none other than this writer's purse who has picked. In the beginning we already read, people they are so cruel. And why the writer want to? Which has happened to him? Why he wrote? Let us see. Then here, why means the writer shows us how even a pickpocket can transform into a human individual under circumstances. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರೂರಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Mankind, even though if they are pickpocketers, murderers, they too have what kind-hearted. In some circumstances, they will come forward to help. That he want to say his experience. Maybe he may be what a pickpocketer. Even they too have what here? Sometimes. We are all human beings. Maybe doing different things. But sometime that kind-hearted, they may be criminal. They too have what here? Heart to help. So, that he want to say. So, nobody was maybe in that crowded people, few may be good, which they were doing jobs, but nobody has come. A person who has picked a writer's wallet, purse, realizing that I should not do. A person who has come far away from place, thinking that he will come forward and he want to help this our writer. That is the what here writer want to say in this chapter. Oru Manishan, unknown man here, a human beings, means some corner side that will be there, that helping nature will be there, whatever the people they may be, that will be there. That he want to say here. The story lies stress on the true manifestation of human values. Kindness is a virtue that moves even a heart that seems stone-hard. Stone-hard. ಮೂಲತಃ ಅವನು ಎಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ, ಆ ಕಲ್ಲಿನ ಹೃದಯ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ, ಮಾನವೀಯತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಆ ಸ್ವಭಾವ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ. ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಆ ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಆ ಮನುಷ್ಯರು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸೇ. ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಟಫ್ stone hard person he may be, but sometimes they will come front to help by seeing some other's situation. So that he want to say in this, he want to describe his own experience which he has come across in that faraway place. So nobody was there. So a person who is unknown, basically what here, a cruel pickpocketer, he came forward to help writer. So that was there. Even the owner, you would have told, no, next day you come and pay, like that. But that was that nature has not come in the mind of owner, restaurant owner, maybe some other people who were there, just there, they were laughing. A person basically, a profession is what is basically, he is a pickpocketer. Realizing the man's circumstance, means writer's circumstances, he has come forward to help him. And at the same time, he will tell not to tell, because he don't want to. Basically, that fellow, he was what, a robber, and he will tell that person should not, means become, but other persons should not point out writer that he has met one robbery. For that purpose, he will tell that fellow pickpocketer. So that is what here in this small chapter, Oru Manishan. So experience of this our narrator means nothing but Vaikam Muhammad Bashir, and in this chapter, main intention is to tell us that even a tough stone, hard-hearted people may have what sometimes that circumstance makes them to be kind-hearted. So that is what here writer want to keep in front of us. Okay, in my next class, once again I will continue. Thank you.